Hey, Bulldogs. Final sinking fund video, kind of an exciting day. Man who loves being in front of the camera. It's coming to an end here after our last sinking fund video, or at least the frequency. Let me share this screen. We are going to watch, this is really quick. It's only a minute and 18 seconds. We talked a lot about big projects. We talked about boilers, air handlers. We talked about roofs. We talked about safety improvements. Buses we haven't talked much about yet. The project does have, and I do not have this reflected in this presentation, but the project, we would want to use sinking fund revenue on 3 buses, at least new to us. We got to weigh out and talk to some industry professionals on the best route as far as brand new, which a brand new bus is roughly $150,000 we found out on Friday, or new to us, but a used bus. So we're going to talk through that. But in addition to that, the only thing that I wanted to get out there before tomorrow was, and I'll just stop and play this as we go, it is just different things along the exterior that we'd want to address with the sinking fund dollars. So we're looking at the elementary here. A lot of the brickwork, the concrete, the fascia, the block, you can see a lot of the areas of the building, they do need supported. I mean, that's a large crack there just below a window in the elementary school. That's above a window. So sinking fund dollars, we have our big ticket. I'm going to pause this for a minute. We have our big project, what we'd want to take on with the funds. Again, the air handlers, the boilers, things like that. And then we also have the money that would be used for the day-to-day. We'd want to use the money set aside every year to help support some of these projects that we otherwise have not been able to support with those dollars. So again, we're in the elementary courtyard. Gaps are never good, right? Just like at home, gaps are never good. We're eventually going to get to a point where that's the underneath, like the wood soffit, bricks are crumbling, old buildings, right? We definitely want to support that, because if it's not, it's only going to lead to bigger issues. Okay, when we look at the sidewalks, this is an elementary sidewalk. It's the one that runs along the front of the elementary school. The high school has sidewalk issues of their own. I don't know if we have any videos. I forget when I put the video together on Friday if I added any. But you can see the concrete issues. This, I believe, is in the high school. If not, there's plenty of places in the high school where concrete, there's chunks missing just like this. Things that we wouldn't be able to support, at least at the level of which they need support, without finding alternative, funding alternatives. Yep, the curb breaking out. I mean, it gets to a point where it's a safety issue too. In some of those issues, we actually earlier this year, our sidewalks were sinking. So I forget who we contracted with, Ann Arbor Concrete, I believe is who the company was. They came out and they pumped a foam under the concrete to level it, just because especially at our athletic entrance in the high school, there was just, things were off level. The sidewalk was lower than the curb, so there was actually a step up. And our biggest thing that we don't want to do is have anybody get hurt. Here's a crack in the high school parking lot. The parking lots, we have some quotes out to have these crack filled, and then just doing what needs to be done on a regular basis to maintain them. We know what happens here too, right? Like if this looks like that now, that gap's only going to get wider as we survive the Michigan weather and just the wear and tear of a parking lot. So that's Mr. Ryder. He was taking that picture. He can actually put his hands into the crack. That's how large it was. Another view of the same type of setup. So with that, that's the end of the video. Let me see. I'm going to click over and show one more thing. I think it's this one. Yep. Voting day is tomorrow. So polls are open at 7 a.m. They close at 8 p.m. If you haven't voted yet and you're not even registered yet, you can still vote tomorrow. Take your ID if you're not registered, and they'll take care of you at the office. Here's the locations. Our school district actually sprinkles into Dundee Township and Ida Township. So if you're Summerfield Township, we're right downtown at Township Hall. City, right across the hall at City Hall, or right across the street at City Hall. Dundee Township, you're at the fire station. Ida Township, you're at the township offices. So again, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. We'll know tomorrow night. We've been in contact with all the jurisdictions. We'll have a pretty good feel on what's going on, and whether whether it passes or whether we're not successful this attempt, we're going to keep moving forward, do what we can. And we will definitely keep everyone updated on what we find out tomorrow night. We'll probably post to Facebook either we made it or we didn't. And if that's the case, it's back to the drawing board. We will move on. That's what the world is, right? Not everything always goes your way. We're certainly hoping for the best, but expecting the worst at the same time, just because we don't want to take anything for granted. So if you have any questions, we're low on time today. This isn't going to go out until about 3 o'clock by the time I get it uploaded and put out on YouTube and then linked to our social media pages. But if you have questions tonight, if you have questions tomorrow, if you just want to get some final answers before you make the decision that's best for you, please feel free to reach out. Again, whatever your situation is, we just appreciate you informing yourself on what the request is and really make the best choice for yourself. But we can't ask for anything more than just asking those questions and learning about the vote and the proposal. So again, have any questions, please holler. We hope you have a great day. Thank you.